Hey guys, been about a week since the last uploaded video. Ended up getting really sick last week and I was unable to make any videos. But this week I'm feeling much better and it's time for some XCOM. Tonight's episode is episode 2, Operation Unceasing Fear. Followers of my series might remember this very similar mission from last season as being the final nail in my coffin. With that taken care of, let's start off this mission and see how I fared this time around. Touching down, where I met with some of the worst cover you'll probably see at the beginning of any mission. It's all half cover and full cover is just outside of sprinting range. But lucky for me, about 90% of the time, the first group of aliens is right in front of us. Lucky for me this time around, I have a heavy and she's got a rocket. Meaning dealing with the first group of sectoids should not be a problem, unless I miss, which has happened in the past. To pull this sweet maneuver, just move up your favorite rocket heavy up a little bit and wait till next turn. And then give your best guess as to where the aliens might be sitting at. 3 damage plays is just what I want to see, as that confirms our first 3 alien fatalities of the mission. With those sectoids blown off the building, it's time to advance to the left, to the land of the brave, and the home of the full cover. But before we do that, we need to approach carefully, as sometimes a game likes to place aliens on the high ground on the right side. As it turns out, we make it across without spotting any aliens, which is good and bad on the same token. It's pretty good because we now can fight with full cover. It's bad because there's still 3 groups out there, and it'll probably be nearly impossible to activate one without activating the rest, as they're all probably sitting behind the high ground. But as luck would have it, the game bugs out, and a group of sectoids gets bored and decides to self-activate, which is probably the first time I'm actually enjoying this bug. With a group of sectoids activated, I can hopefully wait it out and have them come to me. As it so happens, one of them moves up just close enough for Nidalee to take a shot, so let's hose this motherfucker down. With that miss, it's time for Vigor to take his smoke out and reduce the chances of Nidalee taking damage from the returning fire. While my plan might have been sound, it simply didn't work. I assumed the sectoid would hold his position and shoot Nidalee, but instead he opted to charge us and take a shot at Vigor. With him being a bit closer this turn, I had the option of using Graves to toss a grenade and blow his cover up. At 5 life, it's very unlikely that I'll deal 5 damage to kill him, unless I roll the 10% crit, and even then, crits can still do 4 damage. At this point, using a second grenade might be overkill, but it's better than taking my chances and losing someone. Another sector moves up and more plasma flies past my team. Here I believe Graves is able to flank him while holding full cover, so that's my current plan. I'm also hoping I can land a crit and take out that sectoid. With 1 sectoid left, there's very little to fear. Vigor breaks out the body spray and gets himself back to 5 fabulous points. There's still one out there, and as Nidalee hits the corner, she's able to spot him. The shot is pretty terrible, so it's hunker down for her. Just as I thought, the sectoid advances and takes even worse cover, as well as walking into Siver's range. With the second group down, it's just 2 more groups remaining. However, this time around I'm not going to have explosives, smoke, or a medkit. But with less units on the field, I have the freedom to move around without worrying about tripping into an extra contact. As always, Nidalee moves up and spots another group, and to my delight, it's only one of them. The other group is still back there, and most likely will activate them at any point. In any case, this is pretty awesome, but nothing to write home about. My plan here is to hide and wait for them to move into position that can easily be flanked. Or walk into my sniper's overwatch. That works too sometimes. Up to this point I've forgotten I still had a frag. Because we were using xenobiology, I still don't have scopes for Sivir, so she moves up and it's time for her to remove some cover. Followed by the second part of my plan. Choo choo! Everybody aboard the fail train. When I fail pretty hard. As Nidalee steps out and takes a shot, she spots another group of sectoids. Yay! When I need a sector dead, there's only one man I can count on to get it right. Here I kinda luck out. Though Nidalee does take 2 damage, it could have been much worse. She could have been dead. As Mind Merge sectoids receive a bonus 25% chance to crit, increasing them to 35, which is very easy to kill a Marine. With no flanking opportunity, the team retreats and waits for the sectoid assault to begin. The sectoids take the bait, and my sniper gets another Overwatch shot. Regrettably, 3 damage isn't enough, but it's still damage on the sectoid. And another one of them runs up on the high ground. As always, I lead with my strongest foot first. Sivir misses a shot any rookie could have landed. 4 damage from Nidalee will ensure any more damage will at least net me 1 kill this turn. And Cowboy Graves picks up another trophy. Thanks to the Overwatch shot that dealt 3 damage, we can now move up Vigar for the sure thing. With only 2 sectoids left on the map, things are starting to look pretty bright for the home team. Unlike Vigar, who things are turning pretty blood red for him, at least the medkit we used earlier will ensure that he survives. With me being able to see the sectoids, I start sending my team to the roof for some high ground. Generally, I'm against taking the high ground, but I think in this instance we can make an exception. Nope, there's never an exception to this rule. Don't ever take high ground. Well, with that miss, I can now send the rest of the team up there at least. Graves moves up and hunkers down to bait any incoming fire. Yeah, that's my cowboy. I still need to wait another turn for my team to get in position, so once again Graves hits the ground. Now this is turn it all ends. Graves runs the guns and takes the flank of a sectoid, and the guys on the high ground should be able to take out the last one. 84% shot missing. I guess you can't win them all. Well, no matter, because with a 71% shot, Nidalee has no problem picking it up at 2-for-1 special. We took a few scrapes, but any mission that ends in success with no soldiers dying is a good one in my books. Back to base, UK and Argentina have their panties up in a bunch. After that, it's time for some promotion. For taking 6 damage and surviving the last mission, Vigar picks up Sprinter. For being a complete badass, Nidalee picks up Bulletstorm. A few days later, Xenobiology finishes. I sell off some equipment and start working on Alien Jail. Followed into Alien Tasers. The tasers finish up and it's time to sell what little I have to build it. Jail finishes, I forget to start our next research, and now we can capture aliens. The first UFO shows up, and you guys already know how this ends. I give Vigar the taser because he has Sprinter, and Noodly's gonna carry the medkit around. We're off to Operation First Savior. Now I know you guys are dying to see me lurk about the woods and hunt down 4 sectoids, so instead, here's a highlight reel. Boom! Zap! I also got the outsider after using my second grenade, but regrettably the footage was eaten by my dog. Actually, I don't even own a dog. With that taken care of, we find ourselves back at base. It's time to sell some UFO parts for some much needed cash, as well as time to negotiate with a captured sectoid. I built a satellite, but fat chance this thing comes online this month, since I only have 17 days left till the council report. It was asked on Reddit if you could do this base mission first month. Yeah, you can totally do it. In 7 days, I can complete the skeleton key and totally do it, but instead, I'm gonna go for the scopes. Scopes are done, and it's time to go into some beam research. Council report comes in, and here I have a plan. I haven't revealed my plan yet. But I'm gonna do the slingshot this time around, and next episode I will explain my plan. In order for this to work, you do need the DLC, and you do need to have lots and lots of rockets. So join me tomorrow, guys, or the next day, for Operation Enduring Flame. As always, comment the video, like it, and subscribe if you haven't already yet. As always, I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.